What's going on, Paranormal World? We got a 2-hour Ghost Adventure special today, The Devil's Den. Now, the crew was locked down in Los Padrinos Juvenile Hall in one of the most haunted places in that area, and me personally, I think it's debatable that this place is so haunted, because they really didn't get to the root of the cause of all the hauntings in this facility, and that raises my skepticism. And although this is a very old building, it just stopped operating in 2019, so the Ghost Adventures crew started off this episode with several inmates and guards that spent time at this place for long periods of time. Now, they all explained that it was very rough from being an inmate to being a prison guard. It was rough, it wore them down mentally, it drained them. And a lot of these people in this interview process said that they seen a lot of shadowy figures, they heard voices, and even felt like they've been possessed at certain periods of time. And it's also been elaborated that devil worshippers were going there, and also a lot of suicides happened at this place. So I guess it is a lot of dark energy surrounding this place. Anyway, shortly after a couple of interviews went on, Jeff, the equipment tech, he began to act a little bit strange. And Zach told him when they were walking around, hey, don't go in cell number 20. And guess what Jeff did? He wandered off and he had everyone looking for him in a panic. And can you guess where he was hiding at? Looking all crazy? He was in cell number 20, and at that point, Zach just told him, hey, just get out, get some fresh air and get out the building. And as the episode moves on, Billy and the crew are trying to get these EVPs, and they are getting a lot of EMF spikes at the same time. Then all of a sudden, they heard a toilet flush on its own, and that was kind of unexplainable. But then they cut back to Jeff, and Jeff gets lost again. And guess where he went? Room number 20, yet again. And this is apparently where the devil worshiping took place. So I guess they were trying to explain, saying that something is bringing Jeff to that area and causing him to act like that. But anyway, Zach begins to act crazy after all of that. And he's staring right at Jay. And then all of a sudden, when he's staring at Jay, he paused, and then he just took out running. And I was laughing like crazy, man. I was like, man, this shit funny as hell, because it reminded me of when if y'all ever seen the movie Friday, it's a comedy movie. But anyway, Craig was smoking weed and he was so high, but he thought he heard something in the house, and he just paused for a second and then took out running. So that reminded me of Craig off Friday. But after that fiasco, they transitioned to another inmate being interviewed, and his interview was very emotional, and they spent a lot of time on him, and he was talking about his past trauma of being locked down in there. And they walked the halls, and basically he's trying to give them a tour of the facility. But guess where he takes them to? Straight to room 20. So it's a lot of things that's gravitating people towards this room 20. So the first day is a wrap, and later on that morning, the next day, Billy was saying, hey, I found a Class A EVP, which it was, and the EVP said, I lived here and I suffered pain. So that was definitely a Class A EVP. And also, Zach reveals that he was scratched during the night. So anyway, the lockdown begins, and Zach is walking around with the SLS camera. And have y'all ever thought, why isn't the SLS camera praised more by the public? Because don't get me wrong, I hate the SLS camera. I hate when they bring it out, because I'm not a fan of technology when you're going into these haunted places. I'm old school, so I don't really like the SLS camera, because I don't really think it's I don't think it's real. But anyway, if it is legit, shouldn't this be the most advanced technology in today's time? Like, it literally can capture a ghost. So why isn't it being talked about? Anyway, I'm not even going to get into that. So we get to see Jay and Zach investigate together, and Zach is taunting the ghost, come and get me. And all of a sudden, Jay is doing his own thing a couple feet away. and he was in the bathroom and he heard a couple of taps. It was like that. And he ran out, and I thought it was compelling. I thought the taps was compelling, but the funny thing is, Jay, he started running, and he was running in slow motion. And it was like Jay was running in fear, and Zach was his father trying to protect him. That would have felt like Jay was running toward his father. Anyway, later that night, Jay and Zach had a strange altercation. Now, Jay approached him, and he was like, "Hey, Zach, are you okay?" And Zach was like, "I'm not feeling too good. I don't got no energy or anything." And Zach later on gets in his face, all in his face, yelling. And I don't know, man. This whole segment was just kind of funny. And I'm like, at this point, I can't really take it serious. But moving on to night 2, something interesting happened. Now, Aaron, he was trying to talk to the ghost or whatever, but he rolled a ball down this hallway, and the ball disappeared while it was rolling. Like, literally, it disappeared. But it was later found in another room right beside the hallway. Now, if that was real, then that's some creepy stuff, very creepy, and that could probably be the number one compelling evidence found on Ghost Adventures, if that is true. But like I said, that was very creepy, extremely creepy. But other than that, they captured some SLS captures on night 2. But honestly, that's about it with this episode. They captured some shadowy figures, but like I said, when Aaron rolled that ball and the ball disappeared, I've never seen nothing like that. But overall, this Ghost Adventure episode special was kind of average, a little overacting by everyone. But I will say that, I got some good laughs watching this. It almost felt like a comedy show. But, like I said, the only thing that raised my eyebrows was that ball disappearing in plain sight. So what do you think about this Ghost Adventure episode special? Did you like it? Did you dislike it? And if you like anything paranormal or horror movie related, then make sure you check out my channel, check out my videos. If you like my content, then make sure you subscribe and hit that notification button so you can see every time I upload. As always, be safe, peace.